In the second of our series of videos on a few of the upgrades that we've made on the van, we're going to look at upgrading our electrics today. When the van was converted, there was just a single 130 amp hour leisure battery fitted, which is located under the rear bench seat next to the Truma heater. While it's fine for a day or so off grid, the compressor fridge is a bit of a power hungry beast, and it shuts down if the battery drops below 12 volts. So we were losing our fridge after about 2 days if we weren't plugged in. The knee-jerk reaction is to fit lithium batteries, but they are eye-wateringly expensive and rarely give payback unless you're living full-time in the van, something that we don't do. So we looked at other options. We weighed up the space, our off-grid requirements, the power used by the van, and all our needs, and then looked at the cost of various types of batteries, whether they be lead acid, gel or lithiums. And we decided that the most cost-effective route for us would be to pair two 130 amp leisure batteries, upgrading our solar panels and changing the solar controller, all of which would give us approximately 1 week off grid in the summer before we begin to see battery degradation. And including the 2 spare batteries in the event these new ones failed, we bought 4 but we've only got space to fit 2. This cost about 80% less than if we'd have just replaced the batteries with lithiums. Of course, there isn't enough space when the original battery was located to install 2 replacements, so the only space we can fit them in is under the driver's seat. A few bolts and that was quickly out, and we got busy with the angle grinder removing all that extra metal work that PSA put in that genuinely really isn't needed. A few bits of metal in the bin later and they're a perfect fit. I have to thank Michael Reed of Fly Life Conversions for the tip on this. I'll add a link in the details below, and you really should go and check him out. His conversions are great. So this is the original battery location in the middle of the van next to the boiler. Once removed, the battery space will house our solar generator. The important thing to note is that we will have to terminate all of the new power here to pick up on the original wiring for the van. This is the original leisure batteries out, and as you can see there's a big fat termination block installed. Is it overkill? Well, possibly. It's great 600 volts 50 amps, but that was what I had available and it certainly exceeds the requirements. So we popped a quick chamfer on the back of the skirting board which covers the step out for the cable as it runs through, and once it's back up it's as good as new. You'd never know the cables have been run. I've often asked myself, how on earth did we ever cope before some clever sausage invented heat shrink? This will be the main feed from the new batteries back to the van's original wiring. It's really important to make sure the feed to the van is fused. We now have the new batteries in, connected and insulated. You kind of want to be careful when you're running batteries, and obviously make sure you use the correct cable gauge every single time. There's plenty of online resources working it out if you're not sure which you should be. With the old battery out, the space now provides a perfect home for our solar generator. You'll notice as well that we've installed a Bluetooth battery status monitor for the leisure batteries at the termination point, and those cables you can see on the left go to a newly installed 12 volt socket under the seat that recharges Helen's Dyson. And there we have it, all neat and back together again, and nobody would even know we've been here. Thanks for watching, and if you'd like to join us as we build this channel together, please do hit that subscribe button now. Make sure to turn on your notifications, and that way you'll never miss an update from us. Let's make this channel a community. Let's see if we can learn, grow and have fun. See you next time.